Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Mon temps d'hier, t'as mon mouillé, on s'en va bien pour moi, il Abela loke yo. Kagbo so ajulo. Hey. Awaye. Ati oro a. Ìyàwó Abela loke yo. Níbi tó jọba yìí, níbi tó yànba, máa ti sì mọ̀ pé yo. Manager Gigi, wọ́n pe ìṣàmẹ́ fọ́ sí o, sí ti kọ́lẹ̀. Animateur Choco, Noska, Yasin, de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Libron Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in to Libron Public Radio. We're still trying to fix our whatchamacallit here. So stay with us, as we try to use this opportunity. We want to thank all of you again for tuning in to Libron Public Radio. It's a wonderful thing to have you here tonight. So please stay with us here as we try to do the best we can and make sure that we have a good show. Those of you that are tuning in for the first time, please share this video as much as possible. We want to have as many people as possible. So please just share this video. And in the meantime, let's do this.
Young one more so I know now. So not money. They on get you now. Eva. C'est honoré, toujours honoré. Bazon Bressan depuis Paris. L'honorable Sainte-Maris, très très fort. Le DG Squeezie-Das, Sui Michael, Dr. T, le travaillement très très fort. Ça de Bawa, la valeur ajoutée. Elle pense à ça. Il y a un sensible. Au madame de Zaïo.
Share this video, share as much as you can. Please do so for us as we're on here tonight. Share this video, share it to as many people as you can, please. We will have some serious conversation here as usual. We're here again. We want to thank all of you, and we want to thank you very much for turning in tonight. Samson to Labrador Public Radio. Please share the video. Welcome, folks. Welcome, folks. It's a wonderful conversation we're going to be having here tonight. Safety, 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 safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. We want to thank you for your blessing. We want to thank you for your protection. We want to thank you for your guidance. My God, without you, we won't be here. Because of you, we are here. We want to thank you for everything, Because what you do for us and to us every day, it's just worth for us to come out here and praise you. My Lord, we're here again tonight to have conversation. We ask that you take complete control. Whatever devious stuff that's come through our mind, please take it away. We're human beings like any other person. We're jealous, envious, hate. It's all in us. But we ask you to take control. When these thoughts come to mind tonight, please seize them out. Let us speak. Guide our tongue. Whatever comes out of our mouth tonight must be of a decent proportion. My God, you are the only person that we will continue to reference. And we want to thank you. We want to thank you. My Lord, we want to ask you to bless the country, the Republic of Liberia. Bless the people of the Republic of Liberia. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. We ask that you continue to bless the hands of President Joseph Boakai. He has asked to lead us, and he's doing that. But only with your help, only with your blessing, only with your guidance, only with your protection, my Lord, that he will be successful. And we will pray on this platform from time to time that he's be successful, because he's there to help all of us. Whether we voted for him or not, he's there to guide us, to protect us, and get us to a different position. Help us all. We'll put everything in your hands. With your guidance, we know we will be successful. My Lord, thank you. Thank you. We ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name, amen. So let's go ahead. Please share this video as much as possible. Please share it. Share this video a little bit. We'll do a little bit of unusual thing here tonight. Let's look at this liberal back in the days. When this picture was taken, things were real. Not in terms of suffering, but mental issues. My mental was difficult. I just got back from Monrovia. When this picture was taken. I got back from Monrovia about maybe 2 weeks or so. I was not myself. Things was rocky. My life was completely ransacked. Oh, every time I look at this picture, I feel good now. My face. Look at that face. That picture was taken back in December 1981. Life was very, very unsure of myself, unsure of everything around me. But you know, God has a way of looking at situation and saying, no, we're not going to let that happen. We will control you, and God was in charge ever since then. He's always been in charge. He's always been in charge. And I want to thank God for that, because that year, it was difficult, very, very, very difficult. I think of those days and I'm like, God is really wonderful. But anyway, let's go ahead. Thank you guys for joining tonight. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Please share this video as much as you can. And once you can, please share this video. So we will talk about Liberia issue again tonight, as usual. So there's two things I want to talk about here tonight. Okay. The first one is about association. When you're talking about association, who do you associate with? And who are those that are coming to associate with you? At what time, what point, what occasions? It's going to be a real tough one tonight that I'm going to be discussing. Again, this is the liberal, the political guru. Please share this video as much as possible. So, association. Okay. Give me a minute, folks. Give me a minute. Yeah. Thank you. We appreciate it. So let's go ahead. As I was talking, association. You know, during the election, I was out here pointing out some facts. But you know, when I'm talking something, a lot of people don't pay attention to it until it happens. To be honest with you, if I was someone who were watching my own show, I would say, yeah, he's a political group, because everything that I pointed out is happening. And that particular show, go watch my video, go look for YouTube video on the liberal, and you'll find out. I stated that there are different type of association. On a specific occasion, the association might be a little bit different than any other occasion. For example, I said, and I'm saying it again, on a political gathering, on a political campaign, on a political competition, you will have people that will want to associate with you. And every one of those associations has their own meaning. You as a central point, you as a central person at the point of the conversation, you're going to have the ability to compartmentalize situation and know what is what. You have to say, this is what these people are. Okay, who are these people? What do they want from me? And what can I get from them? Who are they? You keep asking questions about group from one person to another, one group to another. Because the people that are supporting you, and this happened here in this God election. Not every one of us that was supporting President Bakai coming in with the same value. We all have different sets of value. We all have different ways. We want to get to a specific point, but we all have different means, different thinking of how we get to that point. However, the intent was we were going to allow Honorable Bakai to guide the process. I said, in this particular situation, you have people who are coming in your camp, not because they're with you, not because they're against you, but because they think they can be, with you, they will have the ability to get to what they want to get without using their own wealth, without using their own experiences, without using their own abilities, without using their own strength. They will rather associate with you, and the fact that you have that much energy to dispense, they will come and ride on you and get to where they want to go. They are those people. They are not for you. They are not against you. They just have their own agenda. But it just happened that they will hide their agenda and hijack your agenda to get to where they're going. Then they pick up their own agenda. That's this group. There's another group that come in. They don't want to be with you. They're against you totally. But they are for what you want. And not only that, they don't, no, they're not just want what you want. They are for you at that particular moment because they're against in political campaign and political competition. They're against your opposition. They are not for you. They are against the opposition and the fact that they are not in majority and they do not have the ability to carry themselves. They will rather ride on you because of their hate of their opposition to achieve their aims, goal, whatever they set. Folks, share this video. The Liberal is on there again tonight, and I'm going to enjoy myself. So there are those people. They're not for you. They don't even want to be, they hate you, but they hate the opposition more. So they come and smile with you and thinking, want you to believe that they are with you. No, the idea is this opposition should not get it. And these people, they're saying to the opposition, if I can't get it, you can't get it. I will support that person, whether I like that person or not. There are those people. And there are those people who believe in you, who believe that with you, things are possible. With you, their dreams will become reality. With you, they will be successful in carrying out the objective of the people. Because you, as a leader, speaking for the people, and they hang on to every little words that come out of your mouth because they believe in you. Not only do they believe in you, they also believe in your passion. And they are very passionate about whatever it is you're talking about. Those are the truthful soldiers of whatever your cause is. And this is why CDC was a very formidable candidate in every competition. Because there are those who believe in, from CDC, they believe in the objective. They don't even, many of them don't even understand it, but they believe in it. And so when CDC say, we want T-shirt, these people don't even have 5 cents for themselves. They don't have food, but they will go and buy T-shirt and print the T-shirt for themselves. That is how CDC and the political machine are so dangerous. I'm not talking about in danger in terms of harming people, but in terms of political achievement. They are very successful in that. In this case, President Mackay, during the campaign, with those three factions putting around. So President Mackay also, this is very interesting. I'm looking at this from a different perspective this evening. This is very interesting. President Mackay also been around. He has also been in many of the camps. He supports somebody, but he doesn't believe in the person. But he wants to achieve a specific goal. He knows those things. He's a politician, a Liberian politician. He knows how to play this game. So he knew. He said, okay, let them come. I too want a specific goal. I will ride on their popularity and get what I want. In fact, if you believe what Honorable Benedict Ure told us, that he said, the president then told him that he would rather ride with the devil who would give him who would take him to the executive marshal than to be left out. So President Mackay, does he look like somebody who will worship devil? President Mackay, does he look at somebody who believes in devilish behavior? No. But he also believes that devil can take him there. I will ride that. When we get there, we will discuss it. And there were those that were also with the president, also behaving like that. So President Mackay understood everyone. This is where I used to sing the experience tune for President Mackay. So with that clear understanding, President Mackay was able to compartmentalize all of these people's assets and their ability. And he knew which one to touch at a particular time. And that's why if you go through all of the president's speeches that he used to make, public speeches, it's always, there's certain sentences that run through all of them. And that one is, all hands on deck. We will not do it by ourselves. We will need everyone on board. Oh, you're Tamla there, Ryan, walking around, you see, you call yourself politician, political guru, and things like that. Hey, we knew what was happening. We knew. President Mackay always stated this. Does he believe in that truly? I don't think so. Because he knew there were certain people within that group that were coming for their own. They were coming to do things for themselves. Not because they were going to make him be president because they believe in him. Far from it. And he recognized that there was sedition that was just completely fed up with CDC behavior, and they wanted out. There was sedition who were thrown off on the curve, on the waistline, on the way to CDC power, and threw them away. And those people said, "Okay, we're going to pay back." They don't believe in President Mackay, but they hang around. They came along with President Mackay, bro. Whatever prestige and whatever opportunity they had to make sure President Mackay said they were there. But they are not there to support President Mackay because they believe that President Mackay is truly the leader of their choice. Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. There was no sedition. Was so upset with CDC. And they decided to throw away their vote. They called that. I call it throwing away their vote because they didn't believe in it, but they were going to do it anyway. So that is the dynamic that we have. Now that the things have settled, dust have settled, those who came riding that wave, because when a wave comes on the ocean, it doesn't come from a specific area. It goes, and anybody who ever to ride, you ride. It's a public wave. And this is why most of the young people don't understand. They were unable to identify this wave, and they believe that they won because of their popularity. And they were paying the consequence. They were paid dearly. Politically, they were paid dearly because they have refused to understand who these people are. And because the people in this group of this rescue tree believe that they have won. They have won, and therefore it is time for a political dividend of their winning. And so they do everything they think that they can do. People are watching. They will pay dearly. Politically, these people will pay dearly. Next election, many of these people that are in power now will be left behind. Rescue or no rescue. Because they have failed miserably, in my opinion, to identify these people and know to say, look, we won this thing because of certain group that were identifying with us, not necessarily in support of our belief, but they were identifying with us because they wanted certain thing. That process has been achieved. But because they fail to recognize that, they think they can do just about anything. And they're being exposed one by one by one. Because if you're in this type of position and you recognize, because here's the point that I'm making here. Here's the point that I'm making, folks. If you recognize that this thing that I think I got, I won this thing, of course, fairly. Don't get me wrong. But I won it fair and square, yes. But who supported me? What were my support base? What were my actual strength? You measure your actual strength in this position. Because if you actual strength, that would determine how you deal with the political activities that you have engaged yourself in. Because a politician always wants to be a political guru or political, whatever it is. They want to win the next time. And so the fact that you are unable to recognize how you won this thing, you believe you won it, and this is I will win again. Because look what we did. We will repeat. You're making a sad mistake. Because there are those, the group that came with you for a specific purpose, that purpose has been achieved. They no longer want to associate themselves with you anymore. Come back, they're not coming with you. That group is gone because they have achieved their objective. The other group that are coming in because they want certain things, they also have achieved their goal. They have attained certain position within this, whatever it is, the winning group. Now, they will do whatever they want because they have achieved that. They're no longer going to carry out your message. The message, the core message of the group that you used to fight for, they're no longer going to believe it. They don't even believe in that message in the first place. So they're there. The core group of those, your foot soldiers who believe in your message, who truly work hard for you, those people are the people you're leaving behind. Those, your foot soldiers who believe in you, they are not enjoying the fruit of the labor. And I will submit to you that when you come back, whatever term, whatever form you come back in, whether it be you or your vice president, whatever, in this case I'm talking about President Baka, your vice president, those first soldiers, to energize, to re-energize those people, it's going to be difficult. I'm not saying you're not able to do it, because you're a political guru. People know you, President Baka. You can turn it on and off anytime. And so, President Baka, the issue of corruption corrupt behavior that people are talking about daily. They're beating the daily drum. Forget about those who never even believe in your whatever it is you have in mind anyway. Forget about that. They're not coming back. What's about those who wanted to achieve specific group? Forget about that. They're not coming back. Or your core value group, people who believe in you, people when you say something, they latch up to every word from you. Those are the people that you need to hold together. And I'm under the impression these people are not being held together. Furthermore, Liberia being what it is, Liberian politicians, they don't believe in a political capital because they believe they can buy votes. They believe they can truck people during election. They believe they can do just about anything and there's no consequence. Well, guess what? Liberia, just as they're being sophisticated, Liberian voters are also being sophisticated. And they are moving further than what the politicians believe in. I have a video here. President Weah told us this. I will be re-elected, he says. Look, he said, when I started, I didn't do anything for the country, and the people believed in me, and they elected me. Now that I have put 1 or 2 rows down for them, what makes you think they will turn against me? President Weah said that. He truly, truly believed he was going to be re-elected. Because he was thinking to himself to say, when I started running the campaign, basically, I didn't do anything for anybody. The only thing I did was play football. And the people loved me, that's fine. I didn't build no road. I didn't build park. I didn't do anything. I just said I want to be your president. People love me for it. Now that I have done things, they have seen things that I have done, they will re-elect me. He's on tape. I got a tape here. I got a video here. But what he didn't realize was this group that brought him to power. They are now unable to follow him for further on exploration, because when they were exploring, and this group got their aim accomplished, they didn't work. And President Weah on a group, it was bad, because there were those who ate so much their stomach full, they don't want to work again. They're so tired. And they think they can just get it anyway because they will spend money, they will put money. Hey, we don't have to work out, we can just put money in it. Many of you in school or have been in school, and what I'm sure many of you have had their experience. You're so good at math. They're going to give an exam. You're such in class, you're so good at it. But they're going to give, hey, I don't have time for that guy. I know I will pass it. Those are the class, those are the subject matter, and this is the exam that will give you problem, that will run your stomach. And those of us that play football, okay? When you're playing football, time for practice, you go there, you just nyanga. You don't want to work hard. But because you're good, time for the game, they put you in the game. You will play the worst. You will say, well, what happened? Why is it not coming to me today? What am I doing wrong? Because you have not practiced well. You got to prepare your muscle. You got to prepare your mind and be able to do some things on that field that people will find incredible. To say, wow. You're not prepared, you feel that. And so President Weah was here. He said, I'm going to be re-elected. People are going to look, he said, listen, when I started running, I didn't do anything for the people in this country. The only thing I did was to play football. But anybody can play football. I didn't do anything. And the people voted for me to be in power. What makes you think that I have built parks? I have built roads. I have built infrastructure in this country. I keep the peace going for 6 years. Nobody, no war. Nobody won. What make you think that people will not vote me? They will not re-elect me. I will be re-elected. He believed in that. Go up and, when the man, if you listen to the video, you will know how confident he was. But what he didn't realize, and this is the same mistake now that is happening in Unity Party section as well. They will regret it. If they don't change course, they will regret it. They will regret it. Because we've seen it before. And I used to say, when I played that video, I said, this is a mistake. Because what was happening with President Weah at the time? Him and his people refused to identify the group and what persuasion this group are bringing on board, and what ideas the group have in mind, why they're joining us. When you identify those groups and identify their objectives, you can address it. You have a choice, I believe. You can go and try to satisfy the group objective. Now all of them will be on board, because remember now, they are not with you. They don't like you. They're only there for you to be successful because they're sending they don't want that other person to get. But all of them that are on that, there will be some. You can peel away their core objective of hate against you and turn some people around. So if they're all not going to leave. But in President Weah's case, they didn't even recognize that. They thought they won purely because they won what, 15 county or whatever county, 61.5%. Oh, nothing can stop us. Immediately after the election, you have Nambe, Eugene Nambe and Samuel Tuah, they putting their finger on their mouth, telling people to shut up. Allah, that was the beginning of the end for them. Why am I going back in this thing here tonight? This is what I believe, and this is what I've always said. If you don't know where you're coming from, you won't know where you're going. Unity Party. I'm not a member of Unity Party. I never supported Unity Party. I supported President Bakar. I still support him because I believe he can help us. But those who are around, this is what I always principle. Who is not those who are around? He's in charge. Of course, he's in charge. But if you believe that because he's in charge, he can just yell and say and do this, they're happy. No, then you don't understand human dynamic. He's in charge, but he dedicated job, specific job to certain people. If those people don't do it, yeah, you can say whatever, you can fire them. So you want to tell me every time somebody don't do anything, when you're fired, go around fire, then bring new people here, that person doing it, go ahead and fire. What kind of government will you have? What kind of government are you going to have with that kind of behavior? So those of you that are arguing that he's in charge, anybody won't do it, you must fire, you're not being sincere. You're not serious. In this type of group setting, you want to have relationship, not just with you and the rest of the group, but relationship in connection with the group. They must have a relationship with each other in order for them to move certain part effortlessly. In other words, they're not making no effort. If the group are in good connection with each other, they will move things in unison. And this is what you want from your government. And this is not what's happening. Excuse me, folks. Folks, I was just on the roll. But I just show you my picture here back in 1981. And I didn't see anymore. I got plenty of children now. So I will be on show like that, and the children, the baby, and they want to part of that book. She come and go to college. So when she says stop the show, I need to talk to you. I will listen to her, and she's the queen right now. They call her Pepe Woman. But anyway, I'm done with her. But let's get back to this thing. So if you look at this government, now some of you will come out here tonight, oh, we told you, you're not listening to us. We told you, you're not listening to us, you're just supporting blinded. No, far from it. What we're doing, the difference is that we're breaking these things and what we see. Now, I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying everything that I'm saying here, I'm right. Okay? No, far from it. So in fact, I might be somebody just full of hot air. Okay? So don't hold me to that. But I will make my point. Okay? So in this government, the difference between us and you guys. So when we see it, we'll say it. We support, we believe, and we know that he will be successful. Okay? So you can say whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter to me. The point here is this government, this present government, President Waka government, they are having difficulty taking a poll, light poll, and I'm not saying literally now, but they are taking as a group, they're having difficulty taking light pole on their shoulder. You know, when you watch the Marine show, my son is in the Marine. The reason why they're fighting for the U.S. Army fighting force, the reason why they fight, and they're very good. They train them to be able to do something as a group, but they behave just like one person. You think if I take, because I like eating, if I take spoon and chop on it, you think my mom and my hand will be fighting with a spoon? No, because my mind said, pick up the spoon, pick up the rice, open your mouth. That's it. This is what you do in a group setting, and your group will be successful. Well, how do you get there? You have all of these individuals. They are individual with their own individual mind. And you say you have to come together and make life better for our people. This is where to recognize the group that I made reference to earlier. Those who are coming to join you because they hate certain group. They don't want that group to be successful, but they see that you have a message and people are following your message. So they will come and ride on you to achieve their goal, their objective. That group is there. And there's another group. They don't really care for you. Whatever it is, they don't hate you, but they don't care for you. But they're there to achieve a specific goal. When you recognize these things, you'll be successful. And this, I believe, is what is missing in this rescue train. And one of the worst things that is happening from my perspective, what is happening here in the rescue train as well. And I'll be ridiculous. The rescue train, they put so much gas in it. They don't know when to take their foot off of the pedal or when to put their foot on the pedal. Why would, listen, let's be serious. Why would Dallas Dillon, the Darlene of the Liberian intellectual, the Darlene of the Liberian political group that are unable to participate fully into Liberian politics, and they don't want to be running campaign and things like that, but they love Dallas Dillon because Dallas Dillon is doing things that they themselves would have done if they were in that position. Then you have the president pro tem, Madam Yomri Carter Lawrence, who before the death of her husband, they were considered, because the husband used to be my best friend, they were considered the power couple, because the husband was in the House of Representatives, and they were considered power couple in Liberia. She's still the darling of Liberian political terrain. And you have Amara Kone, the young man before our own eyes, who blossomed intellectually before our own eyes, who were able to guide Liberian economic revitalization right before our own eye. He was able to help Liberia to gain respect with Madam Selig. Why would these people get into issue that people are talking about taking money and doing X, Y, and Z? What happened? Why are they doing that? Why? You mean these people, they don't care for themselves? Or what, they've been lying to us throughout? No. Complacency, because they have achieved an objective. Well, these are the people that are considered the fourth stage of the rescue train. They are not the fakers. They are not there to say, oh, we're coming to get our, no. They believe in the message and they fought for it. But here's the thing. They believe now. I think that they believe they won this thing square and fair, which is true. But what is their strength? They are unable to recognize their strength. They are unable to recognize their strength. Yes, you won, but by what strength? What was your strength to win the thing? And if you don't have the ability to know that this thing, yeah, we won, but we have to think about tomorrow. Because most likely when we're ready to repeat this thing, the group that came with us to get to where we are coming. If we're not careful, we will even have more people leaving. But here's many of them, many of these senators and representatives. Hey, who cares? I'll be there for 9 years. 9 years time says Samson told his son will be, Samson will be retired, he will be on Social Security. Who cares? 6 years, but 6 years from now, I got a lot of money. I'll do whatever I want to do. It is not about you. There are two things that they're first to recognize. They don't recognize their strength. They don't recognize that it's not about them. It's about the country. What is it? What exactly have they done within the last 2 to 3 to 4, 5 months that you can point to say these people are laying the groundwork for a successful administration 2, 3 years down the road? Everything these people touch, I will be truthful here tonight. Everything these people touch, either there's confusion, either there is confusion, either there is a misunderstanding, either there's, according to them, well, the people, they're not listening to me. Because we fail to recognize our strength. You know, back in the days, they used to have a guy that called, I believe his name was David Livingstone. He was never a football player, but he's a big fan for Barrow and the Lone Star as well. Big guy. When they're ready to dress, he dressed just like he would play. He stand on the bench. And so the foreign team, when they come, when they started warming up, see Livingstone bouncing the ball around, boom, boom, they say, yeah. But we know, but the foreigner don't know. They say, the other one who was guiding today. He confused the foreigner completely. Half 20 minutes again, they're leading. Liberia down. Oh yeah, they will soon bring them. Then the foreigner, they will soon bring the guy in, man. They will soon bring him in. He's still sitting down. Second half, Livingstone not coming in. They're beating Liberia. We don't have that kind of person anymore. Somebody who will make people to believe that there will be a successful end to this thing. No, I didn't. Sis Esther. What was this? What was it preaching? You can explain to us. I didn't attend it. this is just my own tabata tonight. Okay? So when these people, when you fail to recognize your strength, you got two things going to happen to you. Either your strength is so high that whatever you touch, you damage it. Or you have none, no strength, and you can't lift things. But for this government, it's perfect timing. Because the likes of me, Samson told, and other people will continue to tell them. And hopefully they will change course. And things will be better. Because once who wreck stake, I don't care how much dense you are. If you know you make a mistake, you will try to correct course. Okay? Let me now show you what I mean by people who are now working together. And if you're not able to work together, if you have no good relationship among the ministers or whoever it is, this is the kinds of stuff you get. On Daily Observer, I believe, okay? I think it's the Daily Observer. Was it a Daily Observer? Okay, or maybe not Daily Observer. Okay, let me go to Front Page Africa. Okay, just give me a minute, folks, and I will tell you all my time why I'm going through with the Tabata tonight. I will tell you. Okay. Okay. If you where is it? Okay, right here. Okay. This is about the public work ministry. Okay. Public work minister Roland Gavin called for a legal action against delinquent contractors. Okay. And you can go on Front Page Africa and read it. He's saying that during the past administration, I believe he's making reference to President Weah administration, that the administration was able to get into contract with construction company to do roads, and these people do not have the capacity. In fact, they have abandoned some of the contracts and didn't do anything. And he's threatening lawsuit. Okay. And there was a certain company, he said, was supposed to bring, I think, 52 earth moving equipments and for $4.8 million. And they were not able to do it after they paid them $3.2 million. They were not able to bring in, they only brought in, I think, 12 or 20 something pieces of equipment were brought in. And that he believed that they should be able to go through the court system and retrieve or get these people to pay back the money. No unity. Number one. The second thing I have, the problem I have, and he also made comment, which I thought was ridiculous, that they were going to build a bridge. I believe he said from the previous administration, they have a plan to build a bridge, one-way bridge. And he's saying one-lane bridge. And he's saying that in honor of his wife, they will not build one-lane bridge. I don't know what will you have one-lane bridge? But I'm not going to get into it. I'm not here to talk about engineering. But the point here is this. The point here is this. If these people were together, forget about cabinet meeting, but have all of the cabinet ministers, besides going to cabinet meeting, they should be able to compare notes, even though they are not in the same discipline, but it's about the country. Public work ministry, they are solely concerned with the infrastructure part of the country. The police also utilize the facility that public work ministry is in charge of. The transport minister is also connected with the facility that is being operated by the Ministry of Public Works, the health department. They are also connected to the Public Works Ministry facilities. You see where I'm going with this? So if all of them will come together, for example, on a weekend, okay, let's meet at so place today. He's minister. Let's meet, okay, Minister of Public Works, what do we have here? Or Minister of Health, what area you have your clinic and you want us to concentrate in terms of having of concentrating our role building capacity into this clinic area, and where is the clinic, and how many people are there, and what is the statistic of the utilization of that facility, how many people use it, how many times a year, what have you. You bring all of those. You see, that's what I love about Sese Goya. When a young man talk about data business, we laugh. When he said data is important, we laugh. When Sese Goya come on here, he said data is important, we laugh. But here's some of the things I'm talking about. Because if you have those kinds of data on hand, Public Works Ministry will concentrate in the area where they have clinic. And in that clinic area, they are able to concentrate taking role at that clinic because of the data. Let me bring in Dr. Mali. Dr. Mali, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. How are you today?
Not bad, not bad. Well, you just here. So when all of these people are all joining together and able to have the meeting about them among themselves and identify area where certain group or certain ministry need to concentrate, they will be successful. But that can only happen. That will only happen if you have association, good association, and a clear understanding among themselves. And they must be able to have what I call not friendship. I'm not asking them to be friends with one another, but they're coming in on a specific goal of this administration to achieve certain things. And since they are connected, interconnected, they must have the relationship among themselves that a minister can call another minister 4 o'clock in the morning. And that minister, what are you waking me up for? Am I on the clock? You can't do that. Because if you do that, you break down the chain. But they should be able to have that relationship and be able to understand what position each of them will play in order for them to be successful. Dr. Mele, let me give you a chance here. What's on your plate this evening, joining me? Thank you. But what's on your plate?
Oh, thank you, Leroy. Is the former Supreme Court issue still on my plate, but this time from a different perspective.
Okay.
Yeah. From the very completely different perspective. And that perspective is, but before I get to the perspective, I've got to realize that we are now running a white man society where there's a 2 for 2, book for book, straight jacket policy and what have you, you know. And it's like we are running an African society. But equally so, there's a need for some discipline and stand by some rule of law, even though we are a third world country. So I begin to look at different trajectory to last night when we left. I started to look at the implication of this decision. But again, I went to the paper today again. This lady, the former Supreme Court Chief Justice, I noticed she spoke in a newspaper condemning this idea that the government granted her leave of absence, and the deputy information minister came to clarify, so it's like while we're on the platform trying to digest the whole issue, it's like she was taking a different trend on the whole issue, trying to dissociate herself with this thing. So this is why we're a little bit taken aback on the whole thing. You see? And so the deputy minister even came in to apologize to her. So the question now is, Liberal, what is going on? Was the woman really giving leave of absence? Because from what I read, she's taking a strong stand against this thing. And this is something that's supposed to be in your interest. And even the deputy minister for operation from the information ministry had to chip in to apologize to this woman. So the question now is the woman ready? You are already giving this leave of absence? That's the question.
Thank you. Okay, I think that can be tied into my subject matter here tonight.
Okay.
What am I? Anyway,
I
my subject matter here tonight, which is having these people to have an association among themselves, the ministers, those who were tasked to work with the president, to have an association among themselves, to have a close relationship among themselves. Thereby, they will not be able to be stepping over each other. Well, I think what you just talked about just fall in line with what I've been discussing within the last hour or so, because they do not have the ability to work together, work with each other. And as I stated, if you put all of the ministers on one line and say, I want you to take the power pole, put it on your shoulder, take the power pole from here to just maybe 400-500 feet, they will not make it, because there will be those that will not even want to carry the power pole. They will leave it with others. They will be there holding it, but they're not carrying their own weight.
Okay.
And if you have that, this is what you have. My argument to your point, which is correct, and I'm just going to roll right into it. The fact that these people, they are not able to have the association among themselves. They are not able to have the relationship that is required among themselves. Because if they did that, before that decision was made, it would have been vetted by the legal minds of the administration, number one. It would have been vetted by those who care for the rescue mission. Is this thing what they do? And it would have been vetted by those who would say, what would be the end result? That will ask questions for the future.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? What is the result that we're trying to achieve? What are we trying to do here? Even though we feel that this lady was convicted unjustly, that's not the issue. We're going to look at it from a legal perspective. And if you have people collaborating together, you're not going to have these kinds of issues. But here you are now. Because of the fact that these people are not collaborating together, they're making decisions that is getting you, a highly educated person, getting you confused.
Okay.
Because of the fact that they are not able to discuss these things as a group. And this is my argument. This is what I've been arguing for the last 1 hour, and you came in. If these people, and I will now go back to you, if these people were able to come in, say, okay, let's have a group meeting. Let's have a focus meeting.
Yeah.
And the focus meeting will be, number one, first thing, let's assign risk to this whole process. What is the major risk that we're taking here? And who owns this risk? You know, risk in anything can be owned by a certain group. So in this situation, the justice minister and the justice ministry own the larger risk, which is if this thing flap legally, they are going to be responsible.
Okay.
And they should have recognized that and analyzed the risk. Number one. Okay. Let's have a focus meeting on this. And in a focus meeting, people will ask questions. Even those who are not lawyers will ask common question. Everyday man will kind of question. What are we trying to achieve? They've listed down and list all of the what if situation. Before you take it to the president to come and embarrass all of us. If you listen to that, I refuse to watch that video. I refuse to watch a statement because it doesn't look like she's embracing it. She's a lawyer, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And the only reason why she's not embracing it, because if she does, she'll be ridiculed by the international community in her field. You are a former justice minister. You are a former, I don't call it, chief justice. And you're going to accept something that is not in the law. So what she's trying to do, and I refuse to watch that. For me, what she's trying to do is to distance herself. And she's have the right to do that. But because these people are unable to work together, and we'll continue to see this thing here. There's more to come. Look at Western Cluster issue. They are not together.
No.
The people, you know, I don't want to go there because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I will be a laughing stock.
But Pato, I think we're having a very friendly discussion, and I like the direction you're coming from. But let me ask you this question: between you and myself, let's just be sincere with this. You think the question I see two way? You think the Papa have trusted his people so much that he think in his mind they should be able to make some informed and mature decision that will save the government of anything if they come to decision making? You think the Papa get a mind for his entire team? That's one question. Yeah. Then the second question here now is, you think it's about time for the Papa to get his team back to a retreat and tell each of them, said they don't know what to be doing, and tell each of them that going forward, any major decision, it got to meet my approval, because that would be micromanaging now. But you think the Papa should do that? Because all the kind of thing happening? Because what I'm seeing the thing, look at what the common minister did. Papa had to come to clear his backyard. Look at the information minister. He went on Spoon TV. He started telling the people, even my office is honor funded. And your office honor funded, that pays over to talk it. You see, the Papa not there for you to consult the finance minister. So that coherence is not there. All right. So my question now is, because you see, in leadership, sometimes something will happen, will force the leader to take some decision. You see, like I'm looking up to you now. You are our chief engineer for all the road in Liberia. I expect you, I don't want to micromanage you. I expect you to make some decision that will be in the interest of this country, that will not expose my back as a president and expose our government. So I rely on you to make a major decision. You go take $22 million, then you start working all over the place. Then Parliament had to summon you. Then before you start begging. So those type of people, you think I should call them? Papa should call them and say, look, going forward, I realize now that there's a problem with your maturity, even though you're on top of your job. Anytime it comes to decision making now, it must be my approval. You micromanaging down there. You don't think it's necessary with auditing, because if one day this thing come out, another day again, another thing, another day again, another thing. I'm asking you all the question because the justice minister, the good part about this story here is that the woman had made an appeal to the Supreme Court. So I thought a pragmatic and a wise justice minister would tell her, oh, Omar, I received your letter. Hold on. Let's see how the thing will play up in the Supreme Court. From there, I will review the whole thing. But now they join in front of the Supreme Court. They have even made the Supreme Court vulnerable. The people don't even know what to do again. If this story is really true, that they granted her her the granted her leave of absence. You see, so that's why I'm asking you all these little questions.
Dr. Malley, before you came in, I was talking about group association, specifically in an election where you have competitive election, where you have people going against each other. Now, I've also explained, and I'll just give you a brief one here, and that is that for me, there are three types of people. There's the one group that will come to you, not because they don't even want to be bothered with you. But they're coming to join you because they don't like the other person. That's their objective. That's the only reason why they're coming to you, because they feel that you have the platform and you have the message, and this message is resonating with the people. So they say, okay, we'll join you just to get rid of the person. That's one group. But they have nothing in common with you. The other group, they have nothing in common with you. They don't hate the other person, but they're coming to join you so that when you're successful, they will use that opportunity to achieve whatever it is they have in mind in whatever it is they want to do. And there are those who are your co-messenger, the foot soldier. So as you can see here, these groups are now in play. How did this lady issue blow up like this among these educated people? Number one, I believe this is the group that they join to achieve certain things. And one of the achievements they have in mind, one of the goals they have in mind to achieve is this. They don't care how it turned out. Their only objective is to get that. So they don't care about the core principle of the group objective because they were never part of that group in the first place. They don't care. So this is what we have. Now, let me just say this here. If the president and his people continue like this, the only way that I can see here is to have people with backbone, 2 or 3 ministers with backbone, to say enough is enough. If we don't change course, we're leaving. And when three,
why are you going that direction?
To resign.
No, that was say, why are you going that direction?
Because this is what I'm saying to you. How many times you, Dr. Malley, have come on this platform here and berate me? How many embarrassment this president is? We count on him for his 40-year experience, and you, Dr. Malley, have pointed out to me that this president refused to exhibit the 40-year experience that people counting on him. He's not showing any of those things, and he allowed people to run around and do whatever they want to do. You stay at this.
Yeah.
Okay. So if this kinds of thing continue, if I was in that, and I know this thing is also affecting, believe it or not, there are some minister who wants to do well.
Yeah,
but
because
of the behavior of the surrounding group, they are unable to carry out. So I'm saying they should have a backbone to say we can't carry on like this. If we continue, we're leaving. And if you have that kind of shakeup,
no,
the most likely will tell the people enough is enough.
No,
and get it together.
Liberal, I don't want to beat around this mountain. Why people should resign? I don't know why. You see, the box star with you, Pato. Let's say
now we're gonna split.
No, we can't.
I said it here. You will come out and say the box star. Yes, I agree.
No, Pato, it seems to be the baboon coming to divide the cola now, because your solution to the problem is rather adding to the problem. You say, okay, people can resign. I say no. You, the chief engineer, you get all your boys around you. Mali is one of them, and you trust in Mali's judgment. But you realize Mali is making some decision like few of the other gentlemen in the group, and Mali is the lead. You already made him the lead, and he making decision that is even bringing disgrace to the whole thing on the road. The way he carry on thing. Like, okay, let's forget whatever he carry on thing. First of all, you don't come to the construction site on time. Tell it when he come, he just talking when he's supposed to be focusing on his job. These are not the things you expect from the lead, because people are looking up to the lead. So the buck start with you, the chief engineer. If I mess up, people will look at me, but people will look at you too. You brought me on board. You gave me paycheck. All right. So I would agree with you. It would say, okay, this thing that one time, I think this is the 4th time now this thing happening. So the opposition will be quick to tell you that it seems to be His Excellency, he's not on top of his government. The ministers are doing their own thing around here. It's looking at the puppy don't have grip over his government yet. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, then we go in to micromanage. Mesato, you got to be to work 7 o'clock. 7:30, I want the boys on the road. All the machines should be there. But you see, so like some leaders, they are very good, but you got to micromanage them. It's not a good thing to rather do. But from what I see going on now, Papa will have to use that. This way I'm coming from, rather than telling someone, okay, you resign, the group not holding together. You try to get a Papa out of the picture. That's what I see in the conversation here.
But yes, that's
exactly the buck, he the chief. The buck start with him. And that's in that go wrong.
I understand that buck start with it, Dr. Mary. I understand that. But the point that I'm making is this. Let's use the analogy that you're using, chief engineer. But before I do that, let me give you an example, real life example. Ralphie Highway was designed.
Keta say he doesn't have the link. Oh.
Yeah. Keta have the link. I sent the link out. His name is on that email. So maybe Mr. So can send it to him. I don't know what else to do. Ahead. Okay. So the Ralphie Highway was designed by the Japanese company. Out of Japanese or Korean company. So when East International started doing the construction, the designer were also there to help with the inspection process. So when the Japanese group came and find that East International was inept, unable to do the work properly, they complained to the Minister of Public Works. And the young people from Public Works, some of whom I was in touch with, helping with getting some things together. What's his name? McGill got involved and told the people, say they're not going to stop anything. So the Japanese chief engineer got upset and went back to Japan and left. When he left, they couldn't do the work on time. They couldn't do it correctly. They have to stop it.
Okay.
Eventually, the government.
Just start right there, Pato. What did the president do?
Nothing.
In between there?
Nothing.
Okay.
Listen now.
Will you agree that the president was in support of that thing?
Well, no. I mean, this is what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example. Okay. Eventually, they have to call the Japanese chief engineer by, begging pretty much for him to come back. Because the job was not going anywhere. That's what I'm talking about. Now, let's go back into this engineer analogy that you brought in.
Yeah.
Chief engineer. You have people that are supposed to do certain job.
Yeah.
But people are not showing up. But here's the thing about this group's dynamic. It is not an individual case anymore. If you're in a group dynamic, the group character is what counts. Because if anything goes wrong, they will go with the group character.
But how about the head? Why are you leaving the head?
Listen now, I'm coming. So, as a lead engineer on a job, you say, okay, I want you to do this. I want you to assign different job to different people, different tasks to different people to do certain things. And those things, you said, one of the reasons why I'm so good, when I was growing up in Monterey, I used to face wash. I used to have my own wash boots down water side. I used to face wash. Okay. So the wash, if you open those wash those days, they have a lot of gears. And in order for the wash to work, all of the gears gonna have to synchronize to be able to move just about the same time. When you wind, the wash, they have their little handle right here when you can wind it. What it does when you wind that wash, there's a spring inside the wash that when you wind it, it's tightening it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come loose immediately. The bigger gear go like this and loosen the spring a little bit. So as the bigger gear move, the smaller gear move faster. The smaller to the smaller move faster. And that's
know
how
why?
the process works.
You know why?
So if the people are in group, if they are not working in unison, you're not gonna get anything. The argument that I'm making here tonight, and I'll come to you in just a minute. The argument that I'm making is this. President Baka, at this time, look at the situation at the DA. Because they do not have relationship with each other. They don't respect each other. Now, President Baka is not going to mandate that. Those are the responsibility of an individual as a professional. You have to respect each other.
That's a different story.
No, they're all going together, Dr.
No,
Let me finish my point. You can make a own. You can cry your own baby cry, but let me make my point. Because if they were together as a unit and respect each other and have relationship with each other, it will be difficult for them to have issue among themselves. Nobody will come between them. And this is why I think President Baka needs to say, okay, President Baka needs to go back into the countryside and bring that relationship issue from the countryside. Why you think those villages those days were strong together? Why, if there's someone in the village get hurt, he's unable to complete his farm, nobody charges him. The whole village go on that farm and finish the farm for him because of the unity among the group. They don't have it. And as long that is lacking, and you guys continue to argue the buck stop with the hair. Yes, the buck stop with the hair. But the hair brought you in based on the fact that you say you can do certain things. And you are unable to perform. And the boss cannot just go and fire anybody anytime. What you need to do, even if you come in and you're not able to perform, if you have relationship within your own group, there will be somebody within that group that will be able to help you to perform at certain level. Easy. But if you come in and pretend to know everything and you know you don't know, this is what we have. That is my argument.
Labor, this is where you and CEO, you don't see eye to eye.
No, forget CEO. Say this is where you and myself, we can't see eye to eye.
No. This is where you and the CEO, you don't see eye to eye. The buck start with the leader. You see, the case you bring in from the LDA thing is different here. And you must say in the office, we're fighting whole day. For me, it's a normal thing. I can choose to move the two of you, but another issue here. The issue here is decision making. Using your own judgment. No, don't shake your head. Using your own judgment to make a decision that will not affect me as a president, will not affect my government or our government. This is where this is where the issue is. All right. So it's not teamwork there. It got nothing to do with teamwork. It got something to do with your maturity in your field. You don't know how to make decisions. I come in now. You are not making informed judgment. You're not asking yourself, oh, if I take the decision, will it affect the president? Will it affect the society? You're not making that type of thing. So you try to dodge around the heads. The buck start with the head. If you the chief engineer at the president, and you go make some funny decision that is embarrassing me, you think I will come back and say, oh, it's a group work, and you and your deputy, the decision you're told, you're gonna be fired. I'm gonna fire you because the buck start with me. After all, you spoiling my government name. You're not spoiling your own name. Why should I keep you there? For what? This is where you keep dodging it. You keep dodging, and you know it's a reality. The buck start with the head, and you keep dodging His Excellency, getting him out of the picture and the thing, bringing in group thing. The group thing you're talking about is not applicable to the argument here, where people are making decisions that is affecting the president. Look at the commerce minister. You come out to say, oh, the rapper are going to go out this, and you know the red issue in that town there. Don't you use your maturity? Don't you know that we will get into crisis? What kind of announcement? The president got to come from the back to clean your backyard. And the president still keeping you there. The question now is, what is your maturity as a minister? All right? You're embarrassing me. So the buck start with me. It's my government need going to spoil. It's not you. So the buck start with me. So in this case, I'm coming now. So in this case, the Excellency get two things to do here. You embarrass me, you go, I bring somebody else. Or I call you to a retreat. This time now, I turn you to a little boy and micromanage you and tell you what to do in your office. And tell you before you make any sound, before you take any decision here, going forward, it should be by approval because that's what you're looking for. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell all the ministers that going forward, since
Dr. Malley.
Since I thought you guys were mature enough to make a decision that will protect me, protect the government, and protect the society, I'm surprised you guys not up to speed. Going forward, I will micromanage you now, Mr. Tool. Any statement you made before you go to the air, let me hear it first to help you. That's what I will do. Thank you.
Dr. Malley, you're missing the point. Big time. Big time. You see, sometimes when you go take a test in math, sometimes when you're taking a math test, they will give you equation. And the equation they're going to give you, you apply it here, it got to end it immediately. What in between, they expect you to know. That's most math tests will be like that. Most technical tests will be like that. They give you the test, they give you the equation that when you apply it, there are certain steps you have to take before you get to the end. And if you don't remember those steps, you will not be able to get to the end. My argument, what you're saying to the end. And I'm telling you, before we get to the end, we have to establish relationship. Let's go back to the commerce minister. If they were not working as an individual, if they were working as group, if they were working in unison, there would have been somebody in that whole ministerial, whatever they call it, there would have been someone that this man would have had trust with, that he would have had a conversation about what he was about to do. If they had a relationship among themselves.
Possibly.
Well, hold on now. Hold on, Dr. Malley. Hold on now. If they had a relationship among themselves, he would have consulted 3 or 4 other people. So this is my idea. This is what I want to do. Because it is not about just your ministry. Whatever you do in that ministry affects other ministry. You have to, first thing you have to recognize that. So if you're going to make a decision, don't think it's only going to affect your position. It's going to affect the overall group. And that's why you're going to have consultation.
And also going to affect the president, right?
Dr. Malley, when you're talking, I don't say anything. See, that one thing I know you come here, I know we're not going to be part 2. We're not going to end it. We're going to be flower. So that one I prepared. As soon as I saw you and Mr. So started running on, I knew we were not going to be all good to anyway. But anyhow, that's good. That's a spiritual debate. That's understandable. But the point that I'm making is this. The president have to insist. First, let's respect each other. Second, let's establish a relationship among ourselves. So that if you have difficult issues that you're not sure of, you will be able to go somewhere and consult. Because here's the thing about this relationship that I'm talking about. If you have a good relationship with someone else, you don't feel that person to be jealous of you. You don't think that person wants your position. And therefore, if you think something is not right that you don't know, you will go and ask questions. But if there's no relationship, you feel threatened anytime. And so you want to make decisions. So people say, oh, he's a man for himself. That is not the group setting. In this case, the objective is to do good for the Republic of Nigeria. It's the goal. It's the objective. How do we get there? If the president wanted individual achievement, he won't have, he can do it by himself. He said, I achieved that, so I can run Ministry of Commerce, I can run that one, I can run that one, that individual achievement. But he decided to bring people on board. These people that are coming in must have relationship with each other or they will fail. There's nothing else. They will continue to make these kinds of a ridiculous decision because they do not have relationship with each other. They are not consulting each other. The only time they have consultation when they have the I don't call it minister meeting or whatever they call it. That is not the time. I want to use my little brother here who talk plenty. When I have issue, I call him at night. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it doesn't matter. He will answer. Once he sees my number, he will answer. That's how much relationship we have. If he doesn't answer 1 or 2 minutes, I call you again. He'll say, I'm sleeping. What are you calling me for? I don't care. Sometimes I just call him because I want to call him. So what? But if you have relationship with each other, you are not afraid that person will ridicule your ideas. Every one of us want to be secure. Every one of us have what they call defense mechanism within us. We want to protect ourselves. But if you have that kind of relationship with each other, I'm not saying they should go and have beer every time and now and then, but they must be able to trust each other. If they don't do that, if they just come in and work as a politician, they will fail. Nothing going to be achieved in our country. We'll be here like this. 6 years will come, we start all over until these people understand that in order for the way you're suggesting is correct. He's the head. The buck stops with him. But that's the end result. If everything else fails, all the consultation, 2, 3 ministers have put ideas together and still it's not working. Let's go to the boss and see what he's going to say. Because his decision becomes the final. You do not go and make rice, especially you young man, as an educated person who is well versed about rice issue in Liberia, and you have a local county background, you do not make rice decision simple like that. Unacceptable. But because they do not have the ability to have the consultation among themselves, and they will make these kinds of decisions. This is not the end. The president must see to it that first of all, let's consult each other. I don't care what department you're in. If you ask Samson to a question, he said, man, I don't know that one. Let's find Samson to will find somebody who might have the answer. And if we find that person, the person said, man, I don't get that kind of idea. Let's call so person. This is how you work together. Now, lastly, Mali, and I will tell you that, and they'll make fun of me, but I don't care. Look at the feel. They feel like somebody that got shame. I got no shame feel. But this is it. Those of us that play football, when you're playing on the field, okay, when the game starts, every one of you have your position. But you will find out that somebody from the 11 wing, the left back or the left wing on the number 11 will come all the way to the right back to help. Because it's a team. It is not an individual. You want to win as a group. And this is the idea that I thought George Weah was going. If George Weah, he's to be a technical coach. But he allowed these people to play the game as an individual players. And that's why they fail so miserably.
No, Lebron. Let's forget. No. Let's forget about George Weah. Let's get to the issue here. The issue is there. Let's address the issue. George Weah is gone. Let's address the issue here tonight.
I understand. I'm just saying.
No. You're not. No, you don't understand. You keep talking about. You don't.
Yeah,
keep talking about the group work. I want to go far from that. We're in a modern setting right now. Teamwork is required, but not forced. I'm the minister. I can call all my deputy around to give me their idea about moving the light bulb from A to B. and say, oh, chief, if you go left, it will not look fine. I said, okay, thank you. I noted it down. Or if you go up, it will not look fine, chief. Okay, I noted it down. Maybe someone else say, oh, why not consult the president on the thing? I said, oh, no, he made me minister. He trusts in my judgment. So what I'm seeing here is that teamwork have got different dynamics. All the people you can bring together, they can bring everything they want to say. In your mind, in your vision, this is how you think you want it. And maybe the way you think you want it is how you're going to embarrass the president. Because you're the minister. No one coming to force something on you. You are my deputies. You are there to suggest to me. You're not there to tell me what to do. That is common in the African setting. All right?
And that's why we're not successful.
No, come in now. You think why is it that the president look at every one of y'all and made me the head and made me the minister? Because he trusts in my judgment, he trusts in my maturity. So if I want to bring in teamwork, I consult all of my deputies and all the directors. I'll get a final saying. All right? So even when the opposition came in and said, oh, there are a lot of missteps in this government, it's all because how the ministers are messing up. So what I'm seeing here is that the buck star, don't shake your head. What I'm seeing here is that you can get all the teamwork going. The minister get a final saying. You can't force it. You can even call your fellow minister and ask them. You get a final saying. And in that final saying that is reckless, you have just embarrassed me as president.
Yeah, so but man, you missed that's the point you're missing.
No. I didn't cut you off. Give me a chance. Let me learn. Because looking at we're entering the stormy territory now. The buck start with President Boakai. If he doesn't do anything about people who are embarrassing him, then His Excellency, he don't have control over his government. That's just the fact. Or the president can micromanage his ministers and tell them what to do. And this is where now you're beating around. Then you're talking about group work. Group work is not guaranteed. I am the minister. This is what happened in Africa. You see, we're 5. They choose you as the minister. None of your deputy or director coming to dictate to you. We can only make a suggestion. You will have to
Dr. Malley, Dr. Malley, let me say this.
So why are you beating around that the buck doesn't start with His Excellency?
Let me say this here for the last time, and I'll open the line.
Yeah.
Because of this kind of mentality that you just exhibit here tonight.
Where is the mentality?
Hold on now. Because of the mentality you are exhibiting here tonight to say teamwork doesn't work anymore.
No. Don't get me wrong. I said it's not guaranteed. Teamwork is good. It's not guaranteed. You cannot force.
All right.
No. Let me make a correction. The
idea that you are exposing here, Dr. Man, let me make my point. Then I can go. The idea you're bringing up that the president look among all of us and he made me the minister. That means he trusts my judgment. So whatever yes, I agree with you. The final decision is the decision of the head. I agree. However, Dr. Man, as an educated person, you listen to the views of others. Because of the view of the Dr. Man, the liberal is on the floor. Mr. So can help you tonight. Madam Esther, can I help you tonight?
No, Mr. So can help me. And nobody can. No.
I think you come here specifically. They sent you to derail my program tonight.
Mr. So, I agree with you. Mr. So can help me, and nobody can help you tonight. Are you and myself on this platform tonight? I'm saying,
Yes, the thing. I agree. No, but on a very serious, Dr. Man. Look, the issue here is this. I'm not saying that they must force the teamwork process, but as an educated person, if they put you in charge of a division, of an entity that has more than 4 or 5 employees, and you have to make decisions that affect the entire division, you have to have people who will come out and suggest. And that's why they will use the word suggest. They are not demanding. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. And therefore, you have to have other voices to come into play. My argument to you, and I'll open a line. My argument that I'm making here is this. Those things can happen when you have relationship in any kinds of company you work for.
What kind of
They
relationship are you
have,
talking about?
well, hold on now, Dr. Manley. What company you work for, whatever position you find yourself, they always have staff meeting. In a staff meeting, they discuss the operational process, day-to-day operational process of the entity.
Yes.
They also find out from each of you, what are you doing? They also find out from you.
Who finding out?
Let me finish now.
No, you said day. Who finding out? It's the head.
Yes, I agree. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Day. You want confuse the conversation.
Okay. They had the big shots. Okay. Yes. They're trying to find out. Do you need help? That will be the final question. Do you need help? And if you do, they will assign help to you. Because why? They want this teamwork and this group to be successful. It is not about individual. Let me open the line, Dr. Manley. So go ahead, make a ridiculous statement as usual, PhD on this LPR, but you're going to come out and try to argue President Baka should be held responsible, which we're going to reject and push by heaven on that. So go ahead and make a ridiculous statement.
Yeah, you're talking about the head talking to the directors, right? But the issue in question now is it is the head, it is the minister that messing up. So who's supposed to talk to them?
Okay.
It's the minister that messing up. So who's supposed to talk to the ministers?
No. Here's the thing you're missing. The minister then didn't just get up and start messing up.
Oh, really?
The minister then mess up. They're messing up, didn't just start overnight. The point that I'm making here is this, Dr. Manley.
Let's get back to the commerce minister. We're using here as a case.
Let's get back to the commerce minister.
Yes.
The point here is this. And I don't know all of the in and out of anything on this thing here. But from my perspective, I feel this commerce minister was unable to seek opinions from his colleagues. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You catching fly that in America, you think that Lofa County Road, you catching fly here? Where you coming to here? But anyhow,
yeah.
So we're talking about Lofa County man. Then you catching fly. You want to make noise behind the comment because he's from Lofa County. You want to drop him whether you drop him bird. I mean, I'm going anywhere. You part of Lofa. Yeah, I'm going anywhere. But anyway, no, on a very serious note, I feel if this guy, if it's not just him, look at the kinds of issue that is happening with look at the kind of issue that is happening. Hold on, Carla, we'll come to you. Look at the kind of issue that is happening with the Ministry of Public Works. Look at the kind of issue that is happening with Transport Ministry. Look at the issue that is happening with the police. It's everywhere.
But are they not embarrassing the president?
Dr. Manley, let me take
are
this.
Are they not embarrassing the president?
We'll come back to you. Carla, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, my name is Jenkins, and I'm calling from Minnesota.
Thank you for joining us, Jenkins. Go ahead, make a comment, please.
Yeah, Mr. Told you surprising me tonight because from before the election up to today, you all said that George Weah did not do anything good and he should leave. Now the Liberian people have agreed for him to leave the pitch. The people that you supported, Boaka, they had all the experience. They could change it. Now the conversation is changing. Now you keep going about the we are. Why you can stick to the conversation about Boaka though? Because they are the one running government now. Now today you listen to the third man in command in Liberia now crying. Everybody crying about Boaka. In fact, they coming shut down the legislature because Boaka refusing to get them money. Can you imagine that? It is no longer about we are. The country is joining. You people led up to this. if you are not going to be the one pushing for Boyka on the air every day, our poor people back who are never going to vote Boyka because they know Boyka is incompetent. Even Ellie himself admitted to it. And because you people like Mr. Toy in America, he cheering in America, they enjoying America, they started forcing Boyka who is see
point of
experience.
correction,
This is the first time, Mr.
kids, I got my kids staying in like, bro, go ahead.
This is the first time, Mr. Toy. All the way though government was bad, there was no day or certain legislator, the House Speaker to cry that he's going to shut down the country because one president refused to give him money. Can you imagine that? You see why we're heading to things. There's my contribution. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Because okay, we will not apologize for supporting President Boyka because we believe, and for me, I still believe he's the best, and I believe he will rescue us. So,
my question to you. You think all the ministers you just listed are causing all the problems? You think they're embarrassing President?
They are not causing problem. The problem is causing them.
No, answer my question. Are they embarrassing the president?
Well, I'm not going to go as far as to say they're embarrassing the president.
Okay,
no.
The decision the commerce minister made, the decision the public welfare minister made, he got to go. They even wanted to hold in contempt. Parliament, he got to go apologize. You think these people are embarrassing the president?
No. If you ask each one of the, let me answer that. If you ask each one of the ministers.
No, I'm not talking about each one of them. Did the commerce minister embarrass the president?
No. Now, let me tell you now.
You're the CEO, you're not see eye to eye.
Why you tell she said this is where you, Carter, and myself, we don't see each other.
Why are you telling me that?
We don't see eye to eye.
Why are you telling me said if you didn't embarrass the president?
They didn't embarrass the president.
No.
Let me tell you this.
No. Liberal, you are deceiving. You want to do deceiving.
Let me tell you.
You want to do deceiving. No. You want to do deceiving His Excellency Joseph Boyka.
Here we go. You're going to accuse
No.
me.
You want to do deceiving.
But yeah, let me tell you. It was just a matter of time before you started.
No. You and Jared Barker. You put deceiving His Excellency President Joseph Yuma on the public.
Okay. But let me tell you, each one of the ministers, as to whether their decision was embarrassing to the president, they will tell you that they made no decision, believe that their decision was in the right place. They will tell you that.
I agree. But what I'm saying, if I take a decision and you come back to correct me, it's a slap in your face, right?
Not really.
Oh, the current minister took a decision. The president came overnight and correct him. It was not a slap in his face.
It's nothing personal. If you make it personal, then
no, wait a minute now. I said it wasn't a slap in the minister's face.
No, because the minister is not going to take it personal. It's a business.
Okay, I'm not talking about personal.
Okay,
the decision the current minister made, did he embarrass the president?
No, Dr. Mali, how many times you asked me that one question? You asked me, I said, what do you think they say? The law, you want to trap me? Let me go to Walter Carter.
He did embarrass the president.
Okay, that's your opinion, not fact. Let's go to Walter Carter. Good evening. What's on your mind?
Good evening, Paco. Good evening. Nice conversation. I like you on the fact independent. I like it.
No hold back.
Well,
Mr. Keto, to that, no back or no support there.
It's in your interest. That's why you're saying that. But why?
He getting the best of you. But
okay.
On a serious note, what I'm understanding you saying, is like I said, the frustration is there. You people never expected what is unfolding in this government to really be a reality.
Nimla, welcome.
Because,
go ahead.
Because you people preach this man to be somebody who knew exactly where to move this country. Today, for people who he put in authority, who he trusted his judgment, the people who he assigned to these different ministries, those are Boyka's judgment. Those are that's the way Boyka thinks. That these people that are put in there, they will be a representation of me. So if they fall down the hole, it's mine fault. If they go up and make the country great, it's mine doing. So, and that's why you guys put him there. Unfortunately, what is unfolding is so sad because his judgment has proven different. His judgment proved that he's not up to the task. And you people can't sit down and say, you know what I mean? Yes, it's true. We made a bad choice. We thought he was going to be this way, but I mean his judgment is just full because you guys don't want to be brought to proper ridicule. And that's the problem right there. Sometimes you take your losses. So you can be shifting blame on the minister and not looking at the president. That the president appointed our minister. If the minister is not performing the way he's supposed to perform, kick him out. Because like what you said, George, we are never reshuffle his government. He kept people sitting in one place, and because of that, it was not governing properly. So today you got the same thing going on from ministry to ministry, from agency to agency, and it's so unfortunate. For this president, this president who we sat down and listened to, you're showing to us as being the very decent and state man, a man who knows exactly where this country went. And moreover, to his credit, the man sat on an able or president, I think Johnson said it, to learn everything that he needs to run this country now. The mistake Ellie made, he could change that mistake and make it good. The games Ellen Johnson made, he could improve on the games and even make it better for himself. The president showed nothing. So what do you expect us to say today? You can't come here and tell us, oh, not the president, is his deputy, is his lieutenant. No. Joseph Boakai, as far as concerned, we have preached this before, and you guys don't like to hear. Unfortunately, we got to say how it is. He's inept. He's inept. And that's how the conversation is going to remain. Thank you so much, brother Tope, for allowing me to come on the platform, especially on the Liberal show. That is so, almost, I don't know how to express this show, but
you're gonna put your phone in your mouth. I'll let you talk. I don't say anything. You got to stop when you are here.
No, I will leave with the independent. The independent person about leave because he playing tonight. All right, Mr. Soto.
Thank you, Walter. God, appreciate it. Folks, give us a call. Brigable, why you not calling anymore? Brigable, why you not calling anymore? Teddy Lion, we're not hearing from you guys. By the way, Dr. Malik, go ahead, make one more statement, then we can try to close this.
So, what I just wanted to say, Liberal, is that His Excellency Joseph Boakai, he's our president. We all wish him well. But equally so, where you sit right now, you're a father in the house there. You married, get all your children, great-grandchildren, all of them around you. And if you see one of them stealing candy, and you say, oh, maybe the old man can say, oh, Daddy, I saw ABC taking candy. Oh. Then you say, oh, it's all right. Yeah, maybe you are just hungry, You know what you have done? You are encouraging the little kid to start practicing to be a role, and you're going to be a top cat in the house. But if you call the little kid and say, look, from today, anybody, in fact, you call all of them, you want anything in the house from the S-bar, from this and that, ask mommy. If mommy not here, you ask me. If I'm not around, nobody take candy in the jar anymore until you people wait for us. You know what you're doing? You are sending a clear message. Look, kids are not stupid. They will go sit down, they will be thinking. Say, oh, Daddy was put forward on this. This is what we're seeing about the president government. The president, the box start with him.
All right. Okay, let me take this caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, this is Weddick, calling from North Carolina.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for the show tonight. I mean, it's 101. We're just laughing in our corner here with the two watermen on the show tonight.
Oh, the two
watermen.
Man, You guys can watch your letter, put your eyes on everything. Eh?
Well, yeah,
You're killing me.
on the
He said, "They'll go find some place to go sit down. They want to join the young people. They got to drink."
That reminds me of a day ago. I took a young people, 14 and 10 years. So I said, "I'll go to the park and go jog."
Yeah.
No guys got me breathing in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you got too much talking here.
That's too much talking. So that attention, so I gotta be drinking water. But however, we have serious problem in Liberia. And not only today, our people who would preach the I know how to do this better. This gonna be this, they're gonna be that. And again, we will continue Liberian people, because I had the politics have been preached over the years. Everything is dumped on the president. Those people who will sit on their platform or who will make that say, "Oh, I can be the minister, I can do this one better." That other person not doing that. They bring the disgrace onto the president, and to be sure, your president will not just start firing everybody just like that. Again, I don't know. I should say after the war, this is what we are into. We just had to fire. If you show some kind of backward idea, we just got to fire you. But a lot of disgrace they are brought to the president. Like those guys sitting to the agency there, job, you're supposed to be fighting job, but you're sitting there fighting there.
Yeah.
People, responsible people who were considered to be responsible people fighting there for what? The other guy got you bringing Liberia, you encouraging Liberians to come from foreign land to return home. You look at the whole group of people, a group of people, you call them, 100, I don't know, 50% of them are drugs addicts. Are you serious? Then people got to come back and start bringing the wars back. It's too much embarrassment,
But Willie, just to engage you a little bit, and I don't know if you have the time or not. But what I do believe in, and this is what I've been preaching all night, is the fact that people are not together. They are not actually collaborating with each other, because if the folks that were responsible for the repatriation of our brothers and sisters from Ghana, they are not alone. You got the police that's supposed to participate. You have the Minister of Transport that's supposed to participate. You have the Health Ministry that's all of you guys need to get together and find out how you're going to do it safely and equitably, so that people who are coming will not suffer. But the man wanted to do it by himself, so he did his own assessment after meeting one or two people who cussed him up and even want to beat him. And he said, "Oh, people are crazy. They're on drugs." So that's how you feel. And then, when the people find out that that's not true statement, they have to come back to clean it, because they were never together. Because in order for you to assess that somebody is on drugs, you're going to have a psychiatrist or drugs therapy person to assess the people to say yes that they are. But you have no statistic. And we have a young man here called Sissy Goyer, always talking about data. But every time you bring about data, we laugh. But these are some of the stuff. The data is very important. They inform your decision-making process. So, But thank you.
But Lebra, before the caller go, you see the issue the caller just introduced about the people that came from Ghana. I think as a wise director, we got to work on these people. These people going through they went through a lot of trauma issue. So if we notice that one or two or half of them are in the drugs business, you got to keep that car and share the information with the president. Because this type of information, when you release it, the press will take it and run with it. And it will not look good. So you keep it, you meet just a minister, or you meet the president and say, "Look, this is what I found from the people that came. Some of them in the drugs business, they even get farmed, you see." So in between there, I think it was what I call the lack of professional maturity in between there that caused the director to do that. That was very wrong.
Right. Go ahead, Doc Mali, go ahead and give us your closing, maybe
Yeah.
one or 2
So
minutes of time.
yeah. So in my closing, I just want to suggest to you. I want to suggest to His Excellency through your office and that of Mr. Bacon, your co-host, that yeah, I'm putting my suggestion through Mr. Bacon and you to the president as an independent mind. I noticed there have been a lot of missteps from the ministers, almost becoming monotonous right now. And it's not a good idea. And it's like people will start thinking now, the president said you are bringing his best to serve the country. The best are becoming the worst. You see, if they're making decision, they should think twice. It should be first in the interest of Liberia, in the interest of the president, in the interest of our society, then in the interest of the ministry itself. So I noticed now that most of the people are having professional maturity problem, most of the ministers. Yes. So my conclusion here is that His Excellency need more retreats to micromanage his ministers and his director because they don't know what to say, how to say it, and the timing is wrong. So that will be my suggestion. It's not good, but this will be my suggestion because why? They are bringing embarrassment to the president day by day. You know what it means for the president to get up midnight to come correct you because some kind of statement you made? That is something that happened with the LBS boss. He got and said, oh, LBS, it only for government. So the public got to come out 8 o'clock in the morning to say, no, this is a Liberian broadcasting system. And for all Liberians to speak true, you can't be keeping people. I agree with the caller. You can't be dismissing all the people. But what you do, create a workshop for them, train them. Because the puppet think all the people are equipped and they're up to speed. It's not true. They're not up to speed. So Papa need to share his 40-year experience with them and warn them going forward. Any statement you want to make, it should meet my approval. I think the Papa need to micromanage his ministers and director now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And we'll say thank you very much. And we'll say good night to you as well, Dr. Malley. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you very much. Let's come on with Mr. Soul Show tomorrow, where I believe you will be co-host. And you guys not going to push me around either because I'm not going to let you push me around. But
no, we just get our independent mind. Independent expression. That's all.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Malley. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Again, folks, Samson told Liberian Public Radio, I want to thank all of you again for tuning in tonight. It was a very interesting conversation with Dr. Malley. He came in and we were going plateau, having some, and then all of a sudden and then Mr. So predicted that 10 minutes before, he said, wait till give them half an hour, they will fall apart. And we did. But on a very spirited debate, on a spirited note, we show our disagreement anyway, which is fine. Dr. Malley is asking, and his people, they are arguing that all bucks stop with the president. True story, true statement. We agree. However, my argument is those that are asked to come and work with the president, they must do everything possible to establish relationship among themselves. Because if you have a good relationship with each other, you will be able to lay your fear aside and consult people. Because with that kind of understanding, you will not accuse them or suspect them or trying to sabotage your position. But if you all come in as an individual minister and you want to shine yourself and be the best, of course, you will want to protect your territory. And in the process, you will not want to consult. And yet that's not how it's supposed to work. You don't wait until you have a cabinet retreat before you guys have a common conversation. A big decision like what the commerce minister made. Well, if you ask him, he believed his decision was genuine, and he believed in his decision. However, it didn't turn out the way it did. So I'm saying that if these people have relationship among themselves, he would have been able to find one or two people who perhaps he could have confided in the conversation and have a conversation with them. And they also, believing who he is, trusting him, will give suggestions. And based on the suggestion, based on the information coming from two or three people, he would have been able to formulate a proper, what we consider now proper. Those of us that are doing the morning bite, quarter bite, second guessing him now, will consider that proper. But because there was not I don't believe they have a consultation. And perhaps if he were to talk to people, maybe they will say, you know what? Before we get to this, we know the right history. We know the history of rights issue in this country. Let's consult other folks and let's take it to the president before that announcement can be made. But because they have no intent of having conversation with each other. Look at the issue with the former Justice Minister, former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. Look at this thing getting blown up in people's faces. How do you defend something like that? Even I refuse to watch that video because I believe the lady is not even she herself not suggesting that perhaps this is not the right thing to do. You have to consult each other, trust each other. And I would suggest to the president that perhaps have a motivated speaker. When you put your cabinet member together, let them have somebody to come in there to speak to them on the motivation of speaking and talk to them about success and talk to them about teamwork and talk to them about collaboration. Not infighting. Look what happened to DEA. These are people that were trusted to do a specific job and they couldn't even get along because no relationship. If they have a good relationship does not have to be built years before. You can start now. Have a meeting. Guys, we got a job to do. We can only do it if we respect each other. We can only do it if we don't second guess each other. If you have issue, come to me. Let's discuss it. I don't have an answer for everything. And whatever that I can't get answer, we will find outside sources to help us. This is about the country, the Republic of Liberia. It has nothing to do with personality. It's not about personal issues. But many of these people, like the like of Dr. Melly, don't understand that. They believe the president, if somebody, because they're trying to embarrass him, so then you get fired. So you bring Samson to it, you fire, you be embarrassed, you fire. When you start firing people? For me, I truly believe that building a relationship is the only way forward. Because when I play football, and you cannot play football with people you don't know well. People you don't, because when the person gets the ball, you pretty much have to put yourself in the person's mind. And you can only do it after practicing so many times with that person. By the time the person gets the ball, you know exactly where to go. Because you know what he's thinking next. This is the type of relationship we're going to have in order to move that country. There's so many challenges in our country. And if we are not able to collaborate with each other, as I was saying yesterday, look at the flooding situation in Monterey. Why would that water, the people in minister of public, I'm sure they have the ideas. Why would they not capture the rainwater and store it somewhere? Pump it in some reservoir, somebody big bucket, pump it in and save it. The ministry, somebody ministry. The well is not working. And even if these are some of the, fill this water that is coming off the street, fill these drums that are up in the ministry because you have filter. And then you save the pump from pumping, because when you use the pump, you use electricity, you use energy to bring the water up. When you pump that water up there, you save the pump for that building for 2-3 weeks. It saves money on electricity because you have captured the rainwater for 2 or 3 weeks. But our people don't think like that. Everything, oh, the government will do it now. Hey, the government will do that one. Oh, the government will build a road. Who money is it? That the people money. And until our people understand that whatever the government spend, they're spending it in your name. This is Samson Toll, Liberal Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight for tuning in. It's been a wonderful, wonderful show. I hope that our brothers and sisters will change course, because we all need every one of the people on board. We need them to be successful. We need them to do things right. But they can only do these things if they do it right. And the only way to do it right is to work together as a unit. With that, I'll say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night, folks. Samson Toll, Liberal Public Radio.